Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. I got 0. I got 0, nothing.
There's someone who joined us on Zoom for the Mukwonago water rate hearing. Just let me know if this is James Kirkenberg. If you are connected with the utility, let me know, or if you're a member of the public, just let me know.
I'm a Village of Mukwonago resident, so I'm connected to the utility.
You're okay. You're a customer of the utility, or
yes? Sorry,
yeah.
Yes, I'm a customer of the utility. Yes.
Okay, so we will be taking public comments at the end of the hearing. Did you want to make a comment today?
No, that's okay.
Just observe. All right. Well, we'll give you a chance to change your mind before we stop. Before we adjourn. So I'm just letting you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. We have a few more minutes to go before we begin officially, but I just want to let you guys know, my name is Michael Newmark. I'm the Administrative Law Judge for the Public Service Commission. I run the hearings for the Commission for the past 15 years, and I've been an employee with the Commission for 25, as 10 years first as an attorney, and then 15 as the ALJ, as we call it. So we'll have Commission staff connecting soon to the Zoom connection. I just want to welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming. And I know this case has got some particular attention from the public. We have 30 comments on file so far. We welcome to take live comments here live today. For people who wish to speak their comment, feel free. We'll do comments at the end. But first, we'll take the evidence and get the documents checked in that the utility filed and the Commission staff filed. Give them an opportunity to speak, and then we'll turn it over to the public. The way I usually conduct these hearings is I'll just take the members of the public one at a time. I think the way it's set up right now, we probably need the person speaking to come up to the table. And if there's microphones on the table, that would be great to have just one member of the public at a time come up to the table and speak their comment. The way the hearings, the purpose of the hearing is that we create the record in the case. And we do that because officially, according to statutes, the decision maker that decides what the rate and sets the rates for the utility needs to base its decision only on the record. So that's my job, to create that record and give it to the decision maker. So part of that record will be the documents that we check in today from the utility and Commission staff, as well as the comments we receive, the ones that have been filed and get filed up until the deadline, which is Friday, and then the comments we take today at the hearing. We can put those all in the record, and the decision maker can review that all. We'll be recording the hearing. It's going to be on our YouTube channel, so the decision maker will watch the recording as well, and it's anyone can watch it on YouTube. Did want to mention. Yeah, we do have, I think, 30 comments. This list is out of date, but I noticed 30 comments filed so far. And the decision maker in this case is Andy Galvin, who's the administrator for the Division of Water Utility Regulation and Analysis. Just so you know. So Andy will review the record and then make a decision in the case. Then a written order will issue based on that decision, and it'll be emailed to the utility and posted on the Commission's website. So I'll show you on our notice, we have a link to that list of documents. So this more information, documents and schedule. There's this link here, and this will be on the YouTube recording too, so you'll be able to see that. But if you if you go to our case management system with the docket number, inserting the docket number, you'll get right to this page with documents, including, we'll see in the end, there'll be a document type listed as order, and that'll be the final decision in the case. So just to briefly give you some way to navigate that, I think the utility could probably help you as well if you need some, hands-on help navigating the system, because they're certainly familiar with it. Okay, so it is still got a few more minutes. We got commission staff connected and a few more people connected. So like I mentioned, so for the new people, I'm Mike Newmark. I run the hearings for the commission, and if you do wish to make a comment as a member of the public, we'll be doing that at the last segment of the hearing, once we hear from the utility and commission staff. So just sit tight and hang on, listen in for now. A few more minutes to go. I don't want to start early in case people are trying to get here and log in and get to the hearing room, but I appreciate those people who got here early. And now the awkward minute where we're all ready to go, but we still have to wait. All right, well, it's time to get started, 11 a.m. So let's get on the record here. It's docket 3980 WR106, the application of the Village of Mukwonago for authority to adjust water rates. Briefly do that introduction I already gave, but since we're on the record here, my name is Michael Newmark, the Administrative Law Judge for the PSC. And we're connected on Zoom, as well as have a hearing location in the Mukwonago Village Hall. We're here to create the record today. That'll be the documents we identify and verify under oath as exhibits. Utility and commission staff have documents to the record, and we're also going to give those utility and commission staff the opportunity to comment, as well as we'll take live comments from the public here today at the hearing. That'll be recorded on our live stream, and we'll be recording on our YouTube channel once that is done. So all that will be in the record, and we're also have received 30 comments in writing from the public, and we'll continue to receive comments up until October 3rd. Those comments can be filed on the commission's website or by U.S. mail, and the details on how to do that are on our notice hearing. That's on the screen right now, so it'll be part of our YouTube recording. And I think the same details are also in the utilities notice to customers. So hopefully you can get that information easily. So we do with the record is we provide it to the decision maker in the case, and this case is Amy Galvin. the division administrator for the Division of Water Utility Regulation Analysis. So Andy will review the record and make a decision, and then a written order will issue. It'll be emailed to the utility and posted on the commission's website. Like I mentioned, easy way to find that document would be, well, I guess you could ask the utility for it, but also on our IRF system, we call it the case management system with our document link here to our document repository. We'll get you right to the docket, and you'll be able to find the order there. So with that, I just wanted to thank everyone for coming. I know this has been, this case has gotten a lot of attention from the public, so I do appreciate everyone being here. And let's get started checking in documents, and then we'll be taking comments shortly. So I have a list of documents here that commission staff has prepared and shared with the utility. For the utility exhibits, I don't think I can fit them all here. Let's see if I can reduce that a little. Sorry if you're having a little trouble seeing that in the room, but I'll try to make it as big as I can. Utility filed 22 documents in the case that the commission staff wants to put in the record. So we will be asking the utility to verify those under oath, and then we'll turn to commission staff with their documents. So the utility documents, we have the customer notice document. That's the first one on the list. And then the rest of the documents, some of them are technical, accounting and auditing documents. Some of them are more, I guess, more village board issued documents. But we'll let the utility decide at this point if who do we have on behalf of the utility that can verify those documents under oath.
Well, I'll start. Okay. Yes, I'll start. I'm Christine DeMaster with Trilogy Consulting. I worked with the village to prepare this application. So I think it would make the most sense for me to sponsor documents 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
We have.
My name is
Okay.
Wayne Castle. I'm the Utilities Director for the Village of Mukwonago.
Okay, great. So for the customer notice and the documents that were not identified by Christy, I'm sorry, is it Wayne? I'm having a little trouble hearing you. Is it
Yeah, my name is Wayne Castle, Utilities Director for the Village.
okay, Wayne. Okay, great. So let me swear you in first, Wayne. I'll ask you to raise your right hand. And do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right. And can you give us your name and title, please, for the record?
My name is Wayne Castle, Village of Mukwonago Utilities Director.
All right. So I just, just curious, is that microphone, is it on or is there?
It is on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. It just, okay. Well, we'll make do with what we have. So, so if you want to read, can you see the screen share, the list of documents from the utility?
Say it again, please.
Can you see the list of documents I have presenting on the screen?
I can't see the list.
Okay. So if you would just mind, could you just read off the bullet numbers of the documents that you can verify?
I can verify document number 1, the customer notice. Document number 4, the village board resolution. Document number 5, the impact fee ordinance. Document number 6, impact fee report. Document number 9, presentation to the village board.
But did you mention 3, the FAQ responses?
Document number 3, response to the frequently asked questions.
Yeah, you can verify that one. Okay. So I'm sorry.
Is that so that's a document we prepared based on many of the comments that we had received coming in.
Yeah.
I feel like there's value in maybe reading those in for the record. Is that something that we can do?
Yeah, and I'm willing, yes, we'll put that in the record. I just want to make sure you can verify that. That's correct. That's one of the documents you can verify. Yes. Okay, so let me just ask you for the documents that you did acknowledge here. Are those documents complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
I didn't catch that. I apologize.
Okay, the documents that you listed, are they complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
They are completely correct to the best of my knowledge.
Great, thanks. So did you have any comments you'd like to make on behalf of the utility? In addition to the documentation that you verified and that the other documentation that the utility will offer here?
Yeah, I have the frequently asked questions that I would like to read into the record if that's possible.
Okay, so were copies made available to people in the room?
There are copies made available in the room here.
Okay, so I think at this point we'll forego reading this in. We have the document, it'll be part of the record. And if people do want to review that document, there are copies in the room. So please feel free to make sure people get that if they want it. And there's a copy available online for people who are joining us online. If it seems like there's questions that keep coming up that you've answered in the FAQs, and if people who are making comments have the same questions they're asking again, we can go back and refer to those answers that you gave in the FAQs to help people understand that particular question. But I think at this point, we won't need you to read them all at once right now. So, okay. Okay, so let's move on to the remaining documents from the utility. It looks like Christy DeMaster, you were going to verify those?
Yes, I can verify those.
All right, great. So let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, give us your name and title, please.
Christine Master, principal with Trilogy Consulting.
All right, and you're the consultant for the utility in this case?
Yes.
All right. So the documents that we haven't verified yet, do you still have that list handy? Just give us the bullet point numbers for those.
Well, yes. So I think we're still looking for verification of number 2, which I did file 3, 4, 5, 6. So yes, number 7, which I assisted in preparing and filed. Number 8, number 10, and then 11 through 22.
Okay, great. And those documents are complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay. Any comments you'd like to add that aren't reflected in the written documents?
Well, I did want to call out one thing, I guess, that was not listed on the frequently asked questions, to speak to the impact of the increase on the average residential customer's bill. And just note that there are 3 components of the charges for water service. One is a general service charge that incorporates costs for meters and billing and service lines to each individual home or business. Another component is a fixed public fire protection charge per quarter or per month. It recovers the cost of fire hydrants and the sizing of the system and storage and water used for fighting fire. So that's another component, and those 2 components are both a fixed amount. And then the third component is a volumetric charge per 1,000 gallons. That's based on how much water each customer uses. So for a typical customer using 4,000 gallons per month, or about 12,000 gallons per quarter, that impact after the second step of the rate increase, which will likely go into effect late 2026 or 2027, would be about $25 per month, just in dollar amounts. So I wanted to just make sure that information is out there for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, great, thanks. All right. So I did want to address one of the frequently asked questions that the utility did provide the responses to. I actually want to thank the utility for providing those responses. And like I said, there should be copies in the hearing room for the public to review, and there's documentation online for people who are joining us online. So I do have the documentation I'm talking about is this titled Response to Frequently Asked Questions, and it's got a PSC number. For people online, that might not be so easy to find. But let me see if I can get you close to it. So if you do go to our system online, this is the document you're looking for. So if you go to our case management system, actually start with the home page. So our homepage, psc.wi.gov, e-services. And well, I guess the easiest way to do that here, here you go, docket search. Put in our docket number. Is it 106, this one? And documents, and then just the first document. Oh, there's a lot more comments here. Okay. Scroll down to responses to frequently asked questions. That'll get you to our document, to this document. So, but I did want to mention, I guess it's the first answer that they gave. So why is the public hearing at 11 a.m. on a weekday when some customers cannot attend? So I want to address this because I set the time and date for the hearing. So staff gives me some options based on what in terms of a mutual agreed upon time with the utility, but I set the date, and typically I do set public hearings during working hours because that's the time that we have. We know we're all available, the time that I'm working in order to conduct the hearings. There are some hearings that we do conduct evening sessions for. However, when it comes to municipal water utilities, there are 580 municipal water utilities in the state. So it just becomes impossible to be able to conduct evening hearings for those utilities. So in order to accommodate the process, in order to get a hearing accomplished within the time frame we have and within our available resources, we do need to schedule these hearings during business hours. However, we do wish to get comments in many, and so we provide multiple ways in order to do that, which is through the online form, by mail, as well as by holding the hearing. So hopefully we've provided enough opportunity for the public to participate, even though they may not be able to get to the hearing. I understand that may be possible, but there is other opportunities to comment. And just so you get a sense of the complications here, the cost of holding these hearings is billed to the utility. So we try to keep the costs down. So when it comes to travel costs and time after hours, just in trying to make the process more efficient, we do hold the sessions during business hours. But we hopefully, by having the Zoom connection, people can take a few minutes out of work to join us, and also comment in other ways. So I do recognize the question, but this has been our practice for decades now. It used to be people would call in to our hearings over the phone. It was the only way to do that, but we've been doing this for decades to have hearings on during business hours when we're available, and we're spending normal expenses to conduct the hearing. So hopefully that'll help people understand that. And, you know, one of the basic reasons is that there's just such a volume of work here, and also the number of utilities we would have to accommodate for an evening session it would just be too burdensome for us to be able to accomplish it all. So so with that, we can move on to commission staff and get their comments and get their documents checked in. So we've got commission staff, the revenue requirement exhibit. We have Troy Gaza before us here. So I'll ask you to raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. And I see that commission staff filed the revenue requirement revised version. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
Is that complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
And do you have any comments?
Yeah, I just have one comment. In the revenue requirement, the utility was asked to make an adjustment to the 2024 PSC annual report, and they completed that, so that is all completed and good to go.
Okay, great, thanks. And for cost of service study and rate design, Alex Hanna, swear you in, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so cost of service study and rate design, are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
Is it complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Any comments?
I have no comments at this time.
Okay, thanks. So we can move on to members of the public. So we do have a number of people in the room, and like I said, we had 30 comments. Last time I checked, there's 30 online. They'll be part of the record too, but we can switch gears here to receive comments from members of the public. Stop the screen share, and what I'll do is, let's just see as a show of hands of people in the room, and it's going to be a little difficult for me to actually let me spotlight the hearing room here. Okay, so just a show of hands of people in the room. Do we know who would like to make a comment today? Just the one so far. Two maybe? Yeah, 2, 3, oh, like 4, 5. Okay. So we have about 5 people. So let me take the first 5 people there who've raised their hand, and we'll do one at a time. This will be interesting. So let me see. Do you know? So who's our utility person there? Do you want to just call the names? Just have them raise their hand and have you call names one at a time. And we'll just need to have you come up to the table here and with the microphone. And I'll do the same thing. I'll get your name for the record and swear you in, and then have you give your comment. So if you wouldn't mind, our utility person there, just have them just pick out the people who are have their hand raised. Haven't had a room this busy, so it's a good sign. I'm glad everyone's here. All right, so great. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, great. So let me swear you in first. So raise your right hand. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. So give us your name and comment. And I'm having a little trouble hearing, and maybe it's just my system here, but just make sure you speak loud and clear for us. Okay.
Well, yeah, my name is Ryan Bailey. I'm a resident here. I didn't read through the report. I just want to make sure that, I'm curious if the village did test wells. If they, because of the radium, if they did other areas throughout the village and did test wells. And then my other question concerned about the future, if we have any PFAS issues, we're gonna have a rate increase right now. Are we sure we don't have future issues with PFAS, or, I just don't want this 60% rate increase and then 2 years we're having PFAS remedies needed and having another increase. So that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll just take comments as they come and see if there's a response, if the utility wants to give it. But at this point, I don't know if the PFAS or other contaminants is something. It's definitely not an issue in this case. I don't know what the future may hold from what we'll find. But if you have a response you want to give, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I can absolutely respond to that. So the village of Mukwonago is in a somewhat unique position compared to a lot of public water utilities that utilize groundwater as their source of water. What drove this project was the need to increase our firm capacity. And what that means essentially, we're not talking about people's faucets, turning them on and not having water. We're talking about the ability to provide water today and, build in some for the future, absolutely. And we are in a unique position that we currently blend our water to deal with radium. That's something that the village did about 25 years ago. But in moving to that way of dealing with radium, what it did was it somewhat handcuffed us capacity wise. We are not open to utilize all the capacity that is currently available to us. So we did not look to drill new wells. We had water that we could treat and meet the needs that we needed to meet per our studies that were conducted with our engineer. We also know that there's a lot of risk and uncertainties with drilling new wells. When you're in a position to where you have no other choice, that's what I would say you would do. But we have a well right now that does have PFAS as an example. That well's only 10 years old. We had no idea about PFAS. I don't think anybody did 10 plus years ago. This is a relatively new pollutant or chemical that's harmful to humans that we didn't know about. So there's a lot of costs in drilling a well. In my experience, if you're going to drill a new well, start with $1 million or more. You have to get infrastructure to that well, gas, electric, water main, sewer main, building. You can easily sink millions of dollars into building a new well, assuming that you have water available. And that last well that was installed is not even in the village. We couldn't find water at that time in the village. So for all of those reasons, that was why we pursued this approach.
Yeah, I'd like to respond back to that. I work for a different community. We're doing a test well outside of one of our wells for $180,000 at a shorter, narrower, less depth than where you find radium. So yeah, I agree, going and doing wells elsewhere, but where you have current wells with high volume, doing a test well next to that where you could possibly abandon to avoid the radium would have been a step I would have looked at. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so let's pick another person from the hearing room. Go ahead and, yeah, so it looks like the yellow shirt person there, all right. All right there, so I'll swear you in, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Give us your name and comment.
Micah Roberts. I'm a longtime village resident, and I just thank you first of all for the commission and for waiting for taking the time to listen to our comments today and to make decisions based upon those comments. I would ask that that this not be approved, this rate increase, for a multitude of reasons. First couple maybe solutions. I'm sure these have been explored some, but I feel like we need to find other alternative ways to get water to have cost savings for this community, and maybe even as a village that we would look at other ways that we can cut back to help fund these projects. Many families that have children easily spend $400 per quarter on their water utility bills. So if it's $401 per quarter, a 64.86% increase would lead to $260.09 per quarter, which would be over $1,000 increase. That is a huge increase for families. That is not sustainable, and I encourage the commission, based on that reasoning, just to not allow this increase. I can understand if it's a smaller increase, maybe 5, 10, maybe even 15% max. But this 64.86% increase would harm a lot of families and would hurt them. So we need to explore other alternatives so that we don't have this increase. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much. That's 2 people. Let's get 3 more from the room and then we'll switch to Zoom. There's a woman in the back row. Put your hand up. Yeah. I know. Let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
Okay, give us your name and comment, please.
Good morning. My name is Katie Kemp. I live in the village in Two Rivers neighborhood, and I want to echo some of the past comment just about hoping to explore some other options. We're just a regular family in the village. Just to give you an idea, the invoice just came in this morning. So my family, I have 3 children, and my elderly mother-in-law lives with me as well. And our utility bill is $410, which is pretty average for us. That being said, because that's a higher bill that we have in our household, we already take measures, assign days the kids have to take showers and so on and so forth, and certain times that they do that, and we don't water our lawn, things like that. So we're already putting things in place in our family household. We don't water our garden. We catch rainwater, things like that. So this increase would be pretty significant in our family and our household. So I just wanted to give voice to that. I'm one of just many regular families who live in the village who are already kind of pinched. So I just wanted to make that statement on their behalf as well.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so yeah.
If it's okay, I'd like to just respond to that.
Sure.
First and foremost, I am sympathetic to all of our customers. I mean, this is not something that we want to do. It's a need. But I just wanted to clarify, I'm assuming that was your total bill?
Correct, and I understand that the increase is for the water portion. I do understand that. It's not 60% going up on 400. I do understand that.
Yeah, and I just want to make it clear and point out, in the record to people so that they understand that this is only the water portion, which is just part of the bill. There's obviously a sewer charge, and in the village of Mukwonago, there's also a recycling fee that is on the bill. So it's not all of the total bill.
Okay, great, thanks. So 2 more people from the room. Anyone else? No? All right, well, there'll be still time to change your mind. Let's just switch over to Zoom and give people a chance over there. So I was able to sort the people on Zoom by the order that they arrived into the hearing. So I figured out how to do that. So we have Brianna Neitzel first, Neitzel. Did you want to make a comment? Okay, you just have to unmute. Let me know. Okay, we'll move on then to Charles Palatino, Palatino. Just unmute and let me know. You want to make a comment? Okay, how about looks like Dennis's Deniese. I'm sorry, Denises. Aaron Elzwicki. Aaron, did you want to comment? How about Irvin? Erivn. Geraldo. Jay Jagman.
No, thank you.
No, okay, thanks. Kristen. Mike. Just giving people a chance to unmute. Susan Batten. Susan Batten.
No need. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, Randy says no comment. Okay. And we have a phone call. Someone join us by phone, and the number ends in 085. If you wish to comment, you need to press *6 to unmute. No, nothing. Okay. Anyone else in the hearing room change their mind? Okay. Let me just display the hearing notice one more time. And so we all can see. So we are still accepting comments up until October 3rd. And we can do that by using the link to the internet web page, web comment page, or by mailing it to us. We do need to receive the comments by Friday, so mailing may be a little short. There may be short of time to get that in within by the deadline. So be careful about that. But we can certainly take those comments online. We'll get them right away. So at this point, I do have all the documentation we have to put into the record, and we've provided opportunities to comment. We'll continue to receive those written comments. And so at this point, is there anything else we need to address before we adjourn? No?
I just want to have one last comment that
Okay.
I think is of value for the public to hear. And I just asked for the Public Service Commission if you could state in a simple manner how it is that rates are determined for water utilities and what goes into that, such as rate of return. Just to explain that rates aren't just numbers pulled from the sky, and the process and the means at which how rates can be increased. In other words, you have, simplified rate increases, you have just a normal, I think your conventional rate increase, and then the one we are pursuing is this two-step rate increase, with the intention to take that 64% or 61% in space it out as much as we can, because I think there was a lot of comments from the public. Well, why is this happening all of a sudden? And why couldn't this be smaller over time? I think part of that has to do with the fact that we're not allowed to do rate increases until a project happens. We can't save money to do that. So I don't know, can the PSC kind of address that as a whole and explain that a little bit better?
Okay, well, I know you did mention some answers to some of those questions in your frequently asked questions, so I would direct the public to read those. But yeah, if there's anything the commission staff wishes to add, we can let you do that now. Okay.
Mike, this is Alex.
Yeah.
I can speak on kind of like the cost of service side of things. If Troy wants to speak about the revenue requirement, he can. But I just want to kind of talk about the overall rate increase. Different customer classes use water differently. So it doesn't necessarily mean that every individual, every business will be seeing the same increase. there are different costs that go to non-residential classes, which include commercial, industrial, public authority. And then we have the residential class, so there's costs that go to them. So if it's the overall increase is 61%, it doesn't mean every class is going to see that. Earlier in the hearing, the individual at the utility talked about the different bill items, the volumetric, the fixed charges, the public fire protection charges. Trilogy, Christy DeMaster that was in attendance earlier, they submitted an exhibit for this docket, which includes the cost of service study and then the final rate design that they proposed. So there is more information on the cost allocation in that document. On the screen, it's number 8, Judge Newmark.
Oh, yeah.
And then in that document, there will be a Schedule 11 that shows the cost allocation of all those customer classes. And then I'll let you get there. Yeah, bring it up on my.
Schedule 11, you said, so it's different than our.
Yep, it would be page 37 of the PDF. Yep. So this page that's on the screen, it shows what the overall increase would be after that step 2 is implemented. The overall increase is 65%, and you can see that the residential class on average would go up about 70%, and then the other customer classes. So the overall is the 65 when you bring in the private fire protection. So that's just important that not everyone uses water the same, and we do cost analysis on all of this. So this is a great document to refer to.
All right. Anything else from staff?
I can just explain how the total increase gets determined, just a brief overview.
Sure.
So when we do the revenue requirement, as Alex stated, that gets the total dollar amount of the increase, and then that percentage, which then Alex breaks down as he just explained. Just a quick overview of the total revenue requirement. It looks at how much money the utility needs for O&M expenses, depreciation expense, taxes, and then a return on the net investment rate base. And the net investment rate base is usually the largest part for water utilities, as they're quite capital intensive. So that includes, for this rate case, the utility had a benchmark rate of return. So that'd be 6.7% on the rate base. And that rate of return is a PSC benchmark that's determined through a 3-month rolling average of bond rates plus 2%. And that's there to allow the utility to have extra cash and, not just be breaking even. So if something comes up, there's an emergency like a main break or something like that, the utility has funds there available for that and isn't kind of caught spiraling in an emergency.
Okay, thanks. All right, so we did have a few people join us in the meantime, but I'm not seeing them connected anymore. So at this point, yeah, and I would refer people to looks like we have Kristen joining us, another Kristen. I don't know if you've been with us during the hearing or not. but it's an opportunity to get comments from the public on the Mukwonago water rate case. Just let me know if you want to comment. So we do have some more information about the commission's basic process in terms of water rate cases. Again, I'm going to show you the homepage for the commission. Oops. Get this in a better setup here. So again, it was psc.wi.gov is our web page, or just Google Public Service Commission of Wisconsin. Service type is the menu item you want to look at, and water regulation. So it does give you some overview of the scope and scale of the work we're doing here when it comes to water rates. But so one of the probably what you're most interested in right here is this middle column's rate setting column with an overview of what the commission does when it sets water rates, and more information about that. And there's also explanation of what we call a conventional water rate case, which is the case we're in right now. And then explanations of what we were dealing with right now: revenue requirement, cost service study, and rate design. Also explains some of the other items that are involved in this case and some that aren't, but just to give you some of an overview of what the commission does when it comes to water rates. Definitely want to check out this page. So it's service type water topics is the link, the internet link you want to be looking at. So that should give you some more information about how we operate. So I hope that'll be helpful to people to get a bit more background about that. But otherwise, I think we have what we need for the record. So we will be providing that to the decision maker. And I appreciate everyone for attending. We have a lot of great comments here and a lot of good insight from the utility and its customers. So I do appreciate, and I know the decision maker will appreciate reading and listening to all of that information. So
We do have another comment here.
oh, someone in the room?
We do.
Okay. Let me adjust this. So we have that person come up to the table, and
Yes, they are at the table.
okay, yeah, you're very small here for me. Let me make you bigger here for myself. All right, excellent. Great. So I see you there. Raise your right hand. I'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Give us your name and comment.
My name is Anthony Jonas. I live in the village, and I guess the question I have is related to the water quality. I mean, how bad is it? I mean, is we're moving forward with something that's going to help minimize the contaminants and hard water issues? And is the water bad? And if it's, and at what level is it bad that would justify this level of project? And then secondly, what if we didn't do anything? You know, how we move forward if we decided, hey, we're not going to do anything? Is there is that an option? Is this a want to have or a need to have? I guess these are all kind of the elephants in the room for me.
So I would answer that question with this is a need. First and foremost, the reason behind this project is about capacity. Water quality, there's a minimum standard. That's the federal standard. You know, I think people joke about, you know, our water is the federal standard. But I take that seriously. That is purely just a minimum. So by putting this treatment process in, you know, constructing it, we increase our firm capacity, which is in need of the community right now. And, you know, part of what a water and wastewater utility does is to support the community. The community of the village of Mukwonago would not be what it is without its water and wastewater utility. I mean, you can look across Wisconsin or anywhere, economic development is very much driven by that, property value, so on and so forth. So the need is capacity. The bonus, I would say, is that we do improve water quality. We remove radium instead of blending our water and just simply diluting it to get below the federal standard. Additionally, this process will help to remove iron. This process does not soften water. So like all groundwater sources, that water is hard. I mean, it comes from the ground, it's sitting in minerals, and that's just part of that. If that's something that the public would like addressed, I mean, that's something that we certainly could look at in the future and plan better for. But yeah, I think the answer to your question was, you know, the need for SWAT and what's driving this project.
So you would say that a larger percentage of this project is focusing more on increasing capacity for future use? Or is it current issue with the capacity that we have that's being drawn on right now?
It's a need right now. If you refer back to the study that was conducted and submitted, and that would have been under a separate docket, I believe. That was the docket for, you know, this construction project, well, 3 and 4 HMO plant, I believe it's called, in the record. That study laid out the fact that our firm capacity, we are short of the firm capacity that we should have by industry standard, by, you know, by engineering standards, and how the Public Service Commission looks at capacity, evaluates capacity, and ultimately, in that case, there was public contention. We offered 7 alternatives. The one that we're pursuing now was one of those alternatives. You know, got it to the point where the Public Service Commission actually came to us and asked us, well, hey, what about this other option that was presented to them from somebody from the public? And we answered all the questions that the Public Service Commission had regarding that. The Public Service Commission agreed that the option that we're moving forward is the most cost-effective option to address our firm capacity needs.
And then, of course, the last question is, what if we didn't do anything?
Well, we're short of our firm capacity needs as it is. Doing nothing. I mean, it's hard to continue with sustainable economic growth. That's one thing, but it's also an issue today. If we were in a situation where, you know, we had a source of water out of service, it happens. We take wells out of service every 10 years to do maintenance so that they don't break. Sometimes wells do break. You know, we take some of our storage units out of service every so often because we have maintenance that we have to do with them, inspections and cleanings. Water main breaks happen, fires happen. You know, people like green grass. I mean, drive around Mukwonago, there are areas in town where they love their green grass, and people use a lot of water, and that all contributes to this firm capacity issue. So I don't see doing nothing as a real solution. I think that kicks the can down the road and leads us into a situation like this, but far worse.
All right. Well, thanks very much, everybody. Appreciate the information we received and the back and forth. I do appreciate the utility for entertaining public's questions and taking the time and effort to give a greater understanding of this case. I think that's appreciated by everyone. So thanks for engaging with us. With that, thanks very much, everyone. We're adjourned, and take care. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day.
Thank you.